Oh, hello.
I think we know. Recording.
Erin, let's see if you can pop in there.
Oh, good morning, teacher.
What do you want?
Okay, so so these are the ladies that will be with you for the weekend. We've got Sandy, give us a wave. Sandy's from Durban in KwaZulu-Natal. For the Aussie scrappers, that's kind of like Brisbane. It's a hot holiday destination, hot and humid and lots of fun. Michelle and Laura, give us a wave. So Michelle is in the middle and Laura on the end. They're from Johannesburg. I don't think you guys have an equivalent to Johannesburg.
No.
It's big, it's ugly, it's industrial, but
pollution.
everybody, it's polluted and everybody lives there in South Africa. So everything that happens in Joburg. It's always the first place to get anything. And then from the sleepy but most beautiful city in South Africa, that's Juliet, and she underscore Scrapfinity. Yeah, is there anything you guys want to say? No? So the first class today is going to be with Lara, and then this afternoon we move on to Juliet. Okay.
We're ready. I
Oh.
said this morning, I'm awake, but I'm not shining yet. You're shining. I have to shine. Ladies, make sure you've got water, because dehydrated scrapbookers can be miserable. You must hydrate, and not with coffee, Vilma.
Okay, Lara, for those ladies who just joined in now, just show the products that
I'm
you're
going to. Okay, so everybody, must I show my page first, because they actually don't know what they're doing, or must I show products first?
First, Laura, give us your intro dance.
Oh, hell yes. Okay, everybody, let's celebrate. Make you happy. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait now. Come on, you guys. Woo! Yahoo! Really? Okay. We are using Full Bloom, Mel. If you don't know this by now, we're in trouble. Full Bloom. Okay, I'm not opening it.
So for the Australians, Laura,
Oh,
Full Bloom has landed. It's in Brisbane,
But it's not home.
It hasn't left the docks. So
Okay, but don't worry, you will get it.
Yeah.
And then for the class we're doing, we're going to use the embellishment pack and the chipboard for this class. And one of the classes you're going to use parts of the texture pack, but not for today, unless you scrap really quickly. And then we'll get there. Okay, now I showed you the inks and I've sent it on WhatsApp, okay? So you all know what inks you're using. So just to show you my layout. So this little bundle was born just before lockdown, and it's always good to have something to look forward to, and this is our something to look forward to. So I've been doing booklets and all that for about 15 years, and now they're trending, thank goodness, because I can't do one photo on a page. So I'm just going to show you over here. We have a little booklet, which I will show you how to do, but the simplest things are never simple, so I'm a little bit panicky, but we'll get it done. Goes like that, goes like that. So there's a booklet, okay? And yeah, it's simple, but I'm not going to lie. And then over here we have, I like booklets, but if you don't like booklets, you just don't make the booklet. You have some booklets there. Over there we have, look at this child. This makes you want to have grandchildren, children, I don't know. So there's some booklets, okay. So we get ready to get started, ladies. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so, oh, I want to quickly show you something. Sorry, I do have ADHD.
That's fine.
Have I warned you?
We know now.
Yeah. So some of you just like to cut these, right? Like with a pair of scissors. No, it's all wrong. Absolutely wrong. All you do, can you see, is you're just going to punch them, guys. Look at this. So if you don't have a punch, you're going to ask Father Christmas for one.
2 or 3.
Because seriously, that's the way to go. And then we have a punch for all
One of
three
these
sides.
styles, Laura.
Yeah, so then you're going to ask him for one for this. In actual fact, I just took the plastic off. And then there we go. Okay, so you don't need to sit and cut out all the skew circles because I don't like skew circles, and I'll do one of the big, simple, easy peasy. Okay, so go to your local scrapbook shop and you say, I need a circle punch. That's what you do. Please go to your local scrapbook shop before you go to big stores, guys. We're all trying to pay our rent, eh? No, really. Okay, so now we're going to start here. Okay, so I'm just going to look at my notes. Dennis said no notes. We're going to work with these two, which is 6703 and 6704. I didn't know the pages were numbered. Thank you, Sandy. I make up words and I go half floral and wood. And then Sandy did her mini albums and said PP 5524, and I was like, oh. So now I just go.
Laura, we also give them names. There's a code
Yeah.
and the name.
So what I do now is I say PP 6704 cherished. You're never going to remember cherished. So I say cherished, and in brackets I go brown wood or white floral. Okay, so you'll see I kind of name it so that when the bar strips off, you got a clue. Okay, so that's what we're going to use. But so you just get that out. But I think what we're going to do first, I've got to get into finding everything, is I do like to ink my chipboards first so that they can dry. I do own a craft sheet, but I don't know where it is. No, I don't even want to use yours. I don't know where mine is at home, because I put it away in a very safe place. So all I do is I cut these off, what I'm going to use, and I use his beautiful packet that he gave me. That's a very expensive packet. When I'm away and I'm at class, what color did I do the other one? Blooming something, yeah. Count your blessings. Do we all count our blessings, guys? Especially in lockdown. We all lost so many people, so count your blessings. Okay, so chipboard, better to do it right in the beginning because then it's done. And then don't be like Jenny, not Jenny here, Jenny Walder. 6 years later, she finds the chipboard. You need to put the chipboard in a seriously safe place. No, I'm going to chalk quickly. Oh, do you want to see which ones? I'm not going to see through there. Okay, can you see, guys? Okay, now we're just going to ink them. These are the best inks because they seem to go forever.
Laura, a few ladies weren't able to get the exact colors. So what color are you using now?
This is Green Oasis. What would you suggest other than Green Oasis? You could use aloe vera. It's a little bit bright, but you could use aloe vera. You could even use, for this layout, you could use Jumbo Java. Could work. Because where this goes, it just needs a dark color. So Jumbo Java would be perfect. So we ink there. And then I'm going to do count. Oh, I left a little stingeltjie daar. Gaan hom afsny. Oh, sorry, Jenny, a little piece, and I'm going to cut him off. I forgot it. Okay. Jenny doesn't spread
What
the
color
top.
are you using there?
This is pink petunia. I wasn't too happy initially, and then it grew on me.
But any pink.
Any pink would work. Malted mauve would work. Yeah. So there. Oh wait, I need my base. So there's my chipboards. They inked, and I haven't missed. I don't do it to my hands, guys. And then I go and put them over there in the space bank, and then they dry. Just like that one. And then put this one away. Put this one away nicely, because we use it again over 2 more layouts. Okay, are you all finished?
Let's give them.
Okay, we're good. So we're actually working. They're going to like keep me on my toes. So I'm on my toes. That's good. Michelle hasn't finished the page yet. Where did I put that masking tape? I did leave it on the table. I think somebody put it away. Although somebody here will have,
We put it on the table.
okay, I'll use somebody's double-sided tape. I can think of everything. Have you got a thick one?
How much you want?
I've got that
12.
one. Now I've got to cut it with a pair of scissors, right?
Yeah.
I use tissue tape and then you just tear it.
No.
So the double-sided tapes you get, guys, the craft one is actually so good for the environment because this tape is biodegradable. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't.
I didn't know. I phoned. I said, what's the difference?
But it's also suitable for humid conditions. And that's why I use that one.
Now, the polyester one is plastic. So that's why this one's better. But the tissue tape, you just tear. You don't need to use a pair of scissors. Okay, so now we're going to use the 2 pieces of paper that are in front of us. Have you got your blood sayer? Is that tissue tape?
No, this one is.
Okay, I'll have to just blunt my scissors. So like work, so I'm going to blunt my pair of scissors. Okay, so I like to obviously work with a plain background, but I didn't get plain background, so I made myself a background. So we're going to divide these two and we're going to make 2 back pages. Michelle likes to join them all together. I don't, because you know I don't cut straight. So you see there's the back. So we're literally making our own page using 2 sheets of paper. Does that make sense when I say that?
Yes.
Okay, so cut the barcodes off. We're going to use lots of the barcodes. So don't throw out any barcodes. And in actual fact, if I was at home now, I'd whip out my Pringle container and show you my barcodes. Every barcode gets popped in the Pringle container because you always need a scallop or a quote. Okay, have you cut yours?
Yes.
Have you cut yours?
I have.
Okay, just checking. So now we're going to cut the left, this part, the left off. Right, the left. Right, left, right. So this is the left at 17.4. So I'm going to cut that off. Like that. Oh, shut. Oh, like that. We're going to cut the left off. I feel like I'm teaching them that part. 17.4 centimeters. That part. So in other words, just past the white roads, you're going to cut there. Okay, I just want to see if they all get it. Is everyone all right? Nobody's asking questions.
We've got lots of questions. We're sorting it out.
Okay, but not problem.
No technical problem.
Okay.
No.
So this is going to be your left. The leftover piece is going to be your right. So in other words, if you put this one in the middle, okay. So we're going to cut from the left of this one now, of the brown. You're going to cut, I'm going to tell you the exact size, 13 centimeters. So this one's 13. Okay. The left, eh? It's not the end of the world, it's wood. You'll be fine if you don't. Then that one goes there. And that one goes there. Easy peasy. Okay, I chalk everything. So even though it's got a join, I just chalk. So you can chalk now or you can chalk after, it's your call. But if we chalk, let's just, so you're going to turn the page over, don't make a mess. And what I like to do, a lot of you like to tape down, but then sometimes you get a gap. And then I get Tourette's. Okay, so I don't tape down first, I tape sideways first. And I just push together the top, tape. And then, oh, I haven't cut tape in 100 years. And then I tape like that. Then if I turn it over, there's no gap, it's perfect, then I tape down. It's a little bit extra time, but it does work. Because that little gap really is a pain. It wouldn't be as much of a crisis here because I'm going to cover it with a barcode. So there we go, voila, we made our own, what do you call it? Background. and I'm using all your tape. And you brought a selfie. I never even brought tape.
No.
You're quite a machine, eh?
No. It's sad, but true. Someone's got to do it. Might as well be me.
Hard work being perfect.
I know.
Why didn't you bring the brother? You could have cut
I
all our,
nearly did.
you could have cut
I
all our
nearly
fussy
did.
cutting. I would have
Had the
paid.
painter not been there, I would have.
Okay, so there's our achtergrond. Jenny, that means our backgrounds. Voila, we did it. Okay, now on PP 6701, you've got 2 pink barcodes. You're going to need to go get those. 6701, let me tell you what sheet that is. My sheets. Can I open another pack?
Yeah.
I can open so many packs at this rate. It's on your full bloom. The other side. So with the diamonds on. Is this called diamonds or hexagon? Diamonds. I'll back the door. Okay, this one here. You need both. Oh, and this is where I'm going to show you my dead chalk with pride. Right. While you're all looking, I can talk.
Can I just say, if any of you are falling behind or you think we're going too quick, please just unmute yourself and tell us. Otherwise, on the WhatsApp group, I am manning it on the side here. Just say slow down, and I'll get Laura to slow down a bit.
Okay, so now we all use VersaMagic, right? So this is a VersaMagic that's fairly new. But then, sis toch shame, you must know what that means, Jenny. This is a VersaMagic sis toch that's been to heaven and back. But the brand new ones are very wet. So what you do is you keep your older one, and when it's dry and all verkrumped and dead, you just use your new one, ink the old new one, ink the old one, and away you go. Okay, so a lot of people don't realize that these, so that's brand new. So you can you see it's thick. So what happens is when it gets to dead, it will start looking like it's peeling. You just pull a layer off and there's another layer underneath. Okay, so they really are the best. I want you to chalk your what do you call this, your title, your barcode. Quickly chop chop. It's hard.
No pressure.
Hope my whole tongue. Okay, and years ago we had a lady by the name of Rose Krugers. I don't know if any of you remember.
Oh, yes, she was amazing.
She taught us that you should always read from like the left. But with this now having 2 barcodes both sides, I've done one either way. Otherwise it just looks a bit poof. I love the word poof, sorry. Okay, now I know you girls like tape, but me, I don't like tape. I like glue. Okay, I like glue. We move fast, no prisoners. And the problem with this glue that I'm using is nothing takes it off. So if you have the Big Bang Theory, I promise you your pages will be intact. But undo, she don't work either. Okay, I don't remember how I actually stuck it. Okay, I do now. I do give you a measurement to stick it, but that's up to you. But for now, we don't have time to make little others. We're just sticking. Okay, you're going to stick it over the join. Easy peasy. What are you looking for?
Is your text running down or up?
That's what I was saying. So we normally put it so you read from the left like that. But because we've got words on both sides, I've done either way. What would
I
you
don't think
think?
they can see clearly. So is the text running up the page or down the page?
On the left, it's running up the page. On the right, it's running down. So they're not both the same way. So it doesn't matter if you get it wrong the other side.
They're basically facing inwards.
They're facing inwards. Yes, that's good, eh? Well done. Yeah, if you had a star chart, it would be yours. If there was a star chart, it would have gone to Michelle. Okay, Bob's your uncle. So now when I work with class notes, I would now tick that I've done this point and I've done that point. So that's why I don't do a cutting sheet, because when we get to we're finished now. We're gonna do something else and you're halfway. When you start again, you've ticked point 1, point 2, point 3, you can start straight away from point 4. Because I hate it when I can't find something when I get back. Okay.
All right, can we just give 1 minute for people to?
No, I'm
Catch up?
prepping for the next
Cool.
round. The next round. So I did actually prep. What
Getting
page did I
a
leave?
few people just asking
Oh.
to slow down a bit, see, just
Okay.
a little bit.
No, I'm not moving on.
Cool.
Oh, and then you must chalk the outside. So that will keep you busy.
I'm not moving on, but you must.
No, the others. Yeah. Oh. I'm blind, man, Dennis. I'm blind.
I'm under pressure, but I had to go swim.
Yes. That was funny. I thought of Michelle saying that to you last night. It was so great.
So funny.
If anybody's going to reprimand you, it's Michelle Yadlin.
Michelle's my buddy because she kept me posted about what was happening with load shedding, so I didn't have to follow ESCOM.
Michelle and Michelle are machines.
Partners in crime.
I'm just going to
Laura,
tell everyone.
while we just waiting for people to catch up, we've got people from Australia. Why are South Africans obsessed with double layouts? Why have we never followed the trend and gone to single?
My reason is because I don't believe a layout should have 1 or 2 photos. So if I travel, I like to do, so let's say I see 16 places in one trip. I don't want to make 5 albums. So I'm going to use an example. I went to Vegas and I did the whole Vegas trip because it was my 5th time in one double layout. I don't want it 7 pages of Vegas. So I think that's my reason. I love lots of photos, but there's only a front and a back of an album that needs a single, in my opinion. So for every 20 layouts, you only need 1 front and 1 back. So why would you need a single? That's my answer.
Cool.
But I do love lots of photos. Okay, I think now you're all kind of there.
I think so.
Okay, so for those, you can all get out your shine bright, because this morning I was awake but not shining. Shine bright, which is 6702. I'm sorry about the 12,7 from the right hand side. Cut the barcode off. You are going to use it somewhere in the layout, but I think my trimmer might be out by 1 or 2, because let me show them my trimmer, because then they'll all see that they also have my trimmer is my eternal faithful. Shame sister. Look, I use a Koki and I put all my markings, so they might be a little bit out, okay, because it's a do-it-yourself trimmer, but I love her. I love her so much. So my measurements are out a bit. So it will be 12,7. Sorry, my clients go insane, they moan, but you'll survive. 12,7, and we're going to cut from this side.
Put your paper down.
Oh, I'm teaching, you see. 12,7, and we're cutting from this side. Don't use the part that has this is the life. Okay, we're going to cut from this side.
We should have started by saying that we're using centimeters and not
Oh, don't cut to 12,7. Anyone?
inches.
It's not inches, it's centimeters. Well, the 7 is the telltale sign.
The telltale.
Everything's in a
Yeah,
Because it's not 3/8.
But also, at 12 is the whole page. not
Pages
the
of
height and 12.
They'll ask. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut those into 9 centimeters. Okay, so you'll see if I put them down, I've cut them into 9 centimeters. So this one I've cut like there. Does that make sense? So you're going to cut them into 9 centimeter pieces like that. Oh, and then I'm going to show you how I score.
Do the ladies know that if they're using a knife and a craft knife and ruler, they can use their maths to help with measuring.
I don't do that. So when it's your class, what do you do? What do you mean?
You've got blocks on your
You've got
cutting
blocks
mat.
on your
Yeah.
cutting mat.
For the 9, but we just use trimmer, so we go to 9.
Yeah, I don't have my trimmer here, so I'm just seeing if some of the ladies
Oh, yeah,
want
yeah.
to-
But I don't cut with that. Johnny, use
But no,
mine.
no,
I
Sandy's
don't
just
do.
giving a tip.
No, I like it.
Yeah.
So you've got measurements on your mats, so don't get panicky. Oh, and now I'm really going to show you my shame. If it was a dog, it would be very old, this trimmer. Very old. Okay, I've just realized that I've scored this one that way. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of upside down. I feel a song coming on. Upside down. Why you turn me inside
Laura,
out.
Bev Gregson would just like you to show her how to cut page 702 again.
Which one's 702? Oh, Bev, we're going to cut 12,7 like that piece. So you're going to measure 12,7 in and you're going to cut down, but you first cut off your barcode. Cut off the barcode, 12,7 in. Must I cut it?
Yeah, I think cut it and I can see it nicely. Thanks, Laura.
Okay. So I was told by one of the teachers here, why do you cut upside down? Do I? And apparently if your arm's here, it's upside down, but I'm short-sighted, far-sighted. So, okay, so this is 12,7. You go to your 12 and there's 0.7 and you're actually going to cut like that. Okay, does that help? Huh. And now you're going to cut it 9. I'm not going to cut it again. Okay, so you see how I've got them. I did the writing upside down. Maybe I was asleep. I don't know. So lay it like I've got it. Flower cluster in the middle, lines at the bottom, and writing at the top. I no longer use a score pal because I just find, to take the machine everywhere drives me up the wall. I take as little as I have to, and I actually score on my trimmer. So I pop it in, move the blade down there, pop it in, move the blade down, and then I actually just use my, what's this, bone folder. And they're very well priced. I think they're like 25 rand,
scoring it.
2 centimeters. And that's what I do, but I use my trimmer. Okay.
On the left-hand side, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So you just take the paper, turn it over, go to 2 centimeters on your trimmer, close, bone folder. And it means you only really need to bring one tool. But like for your class, when you're bending lots and folding lots, yeah, sure, you need it. But we just do one here, one there. See? Yes, yeah. Cover the baby up. So we still haven't met this baby. She lives in London.
Lockdown.
Yeah. And this is apparently what I looked like when I was little. So I must have been flipping cute.
So cute, Laura.
Yeah, to some of you. Okay, there's your 3 flaps. So if you don't want a flap, you obviously just cut it smaller. I love a flap, especially for photos where you look terrible. You know, like that one where you took at the coffee shop yesterday of me with my face all like I had a bed, like the coffee shop smelled. Like that one you hide under the pocket. Yeah, under the flap. So how my girls attach their flaps to their layouts is we will actually stick this piece here onto our album insert. So we'll put the page in and then this will go on the insert. So the page is interactive. So you don't need to cut, you don't need to slit, you don't need to anything. So that's how our ladies do it. When we do retreats and that, they bring their plastic inserts with. Okay. All right. Sandy, you're making me very nervous. Concentrating so hard.
I'm old. I have to concentrate hard.
Okay, so from this sheet here, this sheet, I think.
Laura, when you give measurements, can I ask you just to repeat it twice for ladies?
I actually should have done a little piece of paper and stuck it on it.
It's fine. Just say it twice, and then we know.
Okay, so you're all busy chalking. Are you actually? Should I chalk so long because they're all still busy?
Give them
Hey,
some time. Yeah.
how's my time? Huh. Going like a bone. Michelle's finished. Just to tell the whole world, Michelle's finished the whole layout.
She laughs like a cheap watch.
We've got
Very close.
these little guys in the middle, right? You
Yeah.
put these on the side.
You could try this.
So they
I think I've got
open
mine
this
on
way.
the wrong- I've got mine the wrong way. See, that's what happens.
Okay.
Turn them around. I think that's where I decided I had one
Put it on
opening
this
each
side.
way.
On the left hand side, right?
The left hand, yeah, we're working on the left.
No.
But there's no wrong and there's no right. The best part is, the best part is nobody knows if your layout's correct or incorrect other than Dennis and myself. And we won't be there to scrutinize. What are you doing? I hear TikTok. Okay, are you done, guys?
No.
Okay.
Net on hom unmute dan sê ek no.
You go, girl. You go, girl. That's what RuPaul would say. You better work.
What color are we inking the
Midnight black.
the black?
Yeah,
Midnight black.
midnight
Thank you.
black. Or any black you've got. You might have distress.
I don't have black.
I only use midnight black, jumbo java, and cloud white. It's all I scrap white. And then I use all the others just for titles, and I don't be like, okay, so we use this, so let's use that as green. I don't do that.
Ja, dit gaan te vinnig. Ek is jammer.
Ek gaan bietjie stadiger, ek gaan bietjie water drink, hoor. What's my mess? 1 minute.
Hierso is ek dan blessing.
Ja, maar waar is die afmetings?
Hierso. Cut the right hand side of the green paper.
I remember that.
Are we sticking the little flaps down?
Yes, so Michelle, you're going to be like a switch up.
Mats down evenly along the brown pattern.
There's your flap there.
Okay,
This is where I'm going to go with my camera.
okay.
That's a good question.
Yes.
That's a good question. I just need you to, so you're going to stick it down like that. And then the even spacing like that.
So Laura is posting these images that she's taking onto the WhatsApp group for you.
Where's your gift you gave me? You gave me, what do you call those things?
Satellite.
No. In your afternoon.
Oh,
Okay.
stick it down.
That's going to work. Watch this space. A boer maak 'n plan. Sandy, a farmer makes a plan.
Oh, fantastic, Lara. I'm so happy.
No, not Sandy. Jenny, a boer maak.
Oh,
Sandy's from Durban. She also needs.
Oh, yeah. Actually. I'm getting hot now. Or is it just me?
It's you.
But when you're hot, guys.
If you're not fake it.
Yes. Okay, so just for those, don't panic. The rest of you, we're going to use the next sheet. We're going to use is.
No, Laura,
You got to
No.
wait.
we need people to catch up. Let's
Okay.
wait. I think maybe just run through the basics of what you've told us in the last few steps.
Do you know what I'm thinking? I
Yeah.
should actually put
Just run
on
through
each
the
one the
basics again.
sizing.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah, and then just run through that
Because
last.
okay, other than the it's very orange. Oh, but we'll survive.
It'll show up. It's good.
You will see it from Mars. You will see it from Mars. So here is this piece. If I don't know where I am, is 17,4. Okay. I think I should have done this long ago. But you're all learning. We're all learning. So especially for those that come in later. That's why you gave it to us, I think. Okay.
I'll take the credit.
I actually must say, when you do online class, you often see them lift a piece of paper with the measurements. I had to even look at this one. I'm embarrassed. Okay. But do you think that will help?
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, by now you'll all be like seeing the lights. About 12,7, hey? Yeah, 12,7 centimeter. Yeah, okay. I'll do that every step of the way, every move I make. I'll be watching you.
Laura, give a shout out to the 20 or so scrapbookers. They're beautiful scrapbooks.
Hello, beautiful scrapbooks. So how do we see where they are?
They've on WhatsApp, they've just sent us a photo.
Oh,
I'll have a look,
How's it?
see if we can find them.
There's some serious concentration going on, hey? My mess is getting messier. But kind of keep your, is everything?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're really only working on the left, hey? So these three are going to go there. We're actually going to work on this one now. Hey, you tell me when I must go ahead.
Who was the lady who told us to slow down? Bev.
Bev.
Bev, when
Huh?
you give us the go ahead, we'll move on. Bev Gregson.
This, I think we've just found the, no, we're going to do this.
So your little green pieces, the size was 9 by 12.7.
That's it. Here we go. Right. Oh, you got to get into it. There, 9 by 12,7, and we score at 2 centimeters. Remembering you only score if you want to have a flap. If you don't want to have a flap, then it's 10,7. Okay, cut off the flap. The East London girls do not do booklets. No. So I'm like, sorry for you, I do. And they're all like, we don't do booklets. They all did booklets. Oh, this is so great. And you put it on the insert. Yep.
So they can see.
So then there we go. So I haven't matted this photo. This photo just gets stuck over the flap. I'm a mattaholic. But our main aim is to see what we can create using the bulk pack. So if you're buying the bulk pack, we don't want you to be buying 20 sheets of plain cardstock. We want you to use what's in a bulk pack. That's the value. Okay. So by doing this, I can do 9 extra photos. And like, do you remember when your kids were 1? And you had a birthday party, you took 1,000 photos. When they're like 16, there's 1 photo. If you're lucky. If you're lucky. Yeah, so, you know, for those functions where there's lots and lots and lots of photos, this is fantabulous. Okay, how's Bev going? Bev, thumbs up.
got a message then. Somebody's message from me.
Oh, okay.
let's check it. Okay, Bev says she's ready to go.
You ready to rock and roll, Bev? So onto the middle one, which is this one here, onto the middle one, we're now going to add a few bits and pieces. So from this sheet, which is the PP 6707, if I turn it over, we're going to use this dot. Okay, thank you. We're going to use this dot here. 6707. This dot here. Take your time. Let's just, and don't cut through these big pieces, hey? I want this piece joined still. So just cut the barcode off and then just cut these three. Like some people just gung-ho, fwa, 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 and they cut. Just cut what you need. And we're going to cut it down. So don't worry about cutting the white off for now. I love dots. I love dots a lot. If I could dot my children, I would. Okay, and then from your journal pattern, okay, I call it a journal pattern because it just makes it easier. Oh, I feel like I lost it. It's on the table. Oh, Lara, you're going to need this from your cutout journal pattern. One day, you will look back and see that all along you were blooming gorgeous. Oh, it comes off this sheet here, which is PP 6706. So to me, this is the journal pattern, and the cutout pattern, you cut yours already, hey? And this is a cutout pattern. It's just so much easier when you're making notes. Cutout pattern, journal pattern. And if I use the cover, I'll say cover pattern in brackets, because then you go, which one of the three? Journal pattern, cutout pattern, okay? Just for now. So journal because it's got words, cutout because you're going to cut and cut and cut and cut and cut. Okay, so you need those two pieces. I'm going to give you like another minute, right? Oh, you guys don't even have notes, so you really have to wait for me.
We got
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to cut the pink dot to 7.5 by 8.5. Now, very often I will put in brackets landscape because people then realize it's sideways. Because I've tried with height, they don't get it. I don't get it. So landscape, the C is landscape. Yeah. And then the one day you will look back needs very little trimming, 6,7 to 8. But I'm going to take a photo and send this to you, so don't panic. And for those that can't make it, will be able to look back. Actual fact, I'm going to do this one first. So I do, when I teach online, I just send photos, and it's amazing how they do go back and look.
Sorry, Lara, what size was this one?
It's coming on your WhatsApp group
No,
now.
but I'll tell you which one. 6,7 by 8. That's why I'm saying I think my trim is out by like a millimeter or so. Because it's the second time I've used a 0.7. And 7.5 by 8.5. I was just about to say, I lost my mind. I've done the left and the right page the exact same, but it's a left and the left. Because I'm reading the page, and I was a little bit hysterical. Okay, I got a bit hysterical. I'm like, I lost it. I lost my mind. You know, maybe if I made the page with you, I'm forgetting. Okay, and while you, because I see Michelle, I've got to glue close, Dennis. I'm
Let me just show you.
going blind.
You're working here. You need to go down. I can't see you.
I'm just going to glue my flaps. If you are going to glue it onto your album insert, I would suggest red tacky tape, because then it would stay for eternity. I'm looking through the bottom of my glasses, the multifocals, Dennis. You're safe now. I forgot I had these on. Okay. And from my little punchy circle thingy majiggy majab, I need a flower. You remember I showed you how wonderful it is to punch circles. I'm going to punch pink rose. It's a rose, hey guys?
Yeah.
What size punch was that one?
1 inch. Hey? Honestly, the best investment you can buy, 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2 inch. You tell your family that's what you want for Christmas or for your birthday. You won't go wrong. Honestly. With my dead chalk. I got to chalk it all. I'm making another layout. Oh man. Okay, so you've seen the size because I just need to chalk. So I told you all to get a grey pen, and you're thinking, like, what does this chick want with a grey pen? So for me, a black pen is just too hard. It's just like this paper is gentle and kind, and now you're going to go with this bold, hard black pen. So I don't like black pens, so I use a grey pen. Stabilo has, but they're not great. This is the pen I use. It's a La Pen. They're my favorites. And don't get panicky. You know, people want to use a ruler and all that. You don't need to. All you do is you just draw a solid line. Okay, I have to go closer because I'm half blind. You just draw a solid line all the way around, and that's what I do with the grey pen. And a jelly roll now has grey pens, but they come in a pack with 5 different greys. Okay. I gave you a grey pen. I've been mad.
This is where?
Let me see, is it Stabilo? No. What, mate? Oh, Stadler. Stadler also has a grey, but they're very difficult to find. But I just found it less in your face. So we're going to take the pink dots, but don't stress too much, and you're just going to stick it skew. Like every now and then I do skew, but not often. We stick it down. Simple like a pom-pom. So you don't have to draw lines in that now. If you're a bit nervous and you're not on track, you can do all the grey lines and all that when you're watching series. You can be watching like Dynasty or one of those tonight. Oh, it's very hard to do it from this angle, Dennis, but I'm getting it done. It does look like I was drunk. I'm just going to do one. And I'm scrapbooking like into the table. So these are measurements. I'm going to just stick this down quick and then I'll talk. And then the little circle punch I overlap slightly, but don't panic, you can take your time, you still got time. And the reason why I use this glue, Sandy, the Canadian, found it, is it's always standing on its head. So the glue's at attention. You know, I'm getting old, hey guys. Like my eyes are battling. I worked it out 15 days, 15 more sleeps. And then I'm as old as half the room.
Oh, shush you. It's downhill from 50.
Oh, never, man. Gonna skip on into the 50s. Rock and roll.
Laura, what could be the difference between
I never cut this down.
chalking the edges and using the pen? Or could you do both?
I would do both because you don't want that harsh white line. Sometimes there's a layout that just calls for no chalking. But I feel that this sort of page needs chalking. I don't know, it screams for it. Okay, so I'm telling you what to do, but I haven't cut this piece of paper down. So I'm going to do it now. What was the measurement? 6,7 by 8. Shocking. With my old trimmer. Shame. I just made sure to have a bit of lace on either side. Brookie panty lace, but it's so cute.
Laura, will you do a close-up photo once you've cut that?
Yeah, yeah.
Some of the ladies are saying they lose a lot of the pretty edges.
Yeah, you do. But you just want a little border. Oh, I've just lost my blade. And I found it. And I cut some of the ones. Sorry, that I should have cut it a little bit better. So we have a little bit there. But I should have had more on that side. Sorry. I can't see actually. I'm too far. And I'm old now, guys. I'm old. Okay, so are we on track, guys, or we still? Okay. What do you?
Yep, but nobody
Nobody yelling.
slow, so-
I think we should use my teaching pencil. You ask
Sorry,
questions,
just, sorry, Lara, just how old are you?
21 plus interest.
Somebody told me I've been 40 for 20 years last night. I mean, I wasn't insulted and sobbed myself to sleep at all. I'm 49 and 50 weeks. You get that? 49 and 50 weeks.
And 349 days.
Yeah, so I have 15 more sleeps until I turn 50. Can you believe it? But you must really, the trick is to be fat because then you've got no wrinkles. That's the only way. Okay, I'm going to take these off now because I'm going to work
Will
on
it make you happy?
If it makes you happy.
The WhatsApp group is going a little bit crazy with these
What have I done?
Tombow holders.
Oh, they're lovely. We've got actual, the ones we sell are plastic, and it has the whole house that it goes into. Yes, like that. They're awesome. Tombow makes my hands dirty, and what do we all know about Lara?
She doesn't like dirty hands.
Yeah, like my glue is spotless. I don't do dirty hands. And there's going to be a Tombow shortage, so there is no more Tombow to be bought. Just to warn you all, there is a Tombow shortage coming. So that aren't going to be fun. You know what? I love it. Because she finds all happy. Don't be that bad. Okay, are we on track? Do you
I
think?
think so, yeah.
Okay.
Check, I'm the oldest and I can do this stuff. Huh?
Yeah, you rock and roll.
I'm rocking.
Okay, so from PP 6708, the cardstock sheet. PP 6708. I'm just going to tell you off the bat right now, we're using these two journal blocks. Cut the barcode off, put it in the Pringle container. These two. So if I take them loose, I'll just take the other one. Bulldog clip. These two here, I'm going to use the florally one and the ledger well armed. We'll make our own words up. I think
You're the one who makes the words.
No, like brown wood pattern. Because it's brown and it's wood, it's pattern. But once you cut the barcode off, you've got no clue. So I've just been doing that for like 20 years.
Anne has just joined us from Texas.
What's the time, Anne? Yes, it's early.
Thank you for waking up early, Anne.
Trying to think what the time would be.
Anything for
Probably
scrapbooking.
Oh, look at her deep voice.
That's your 1 a.m. voice.
Yeah, it is.
What's the time?
Yeah, it's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, you faithful chick. You faithful.
Dedication.
Show us a video. I want to see you in a pajama.
Oh, shit.
No, she won't. Where are you, Anichi? Oh, there she. Oh, you even got dressed. Or is that your PJs? No, you're muted now. And your hair, you brushed your hair. I would have had it like in a bola on the top of my head.
Bed
Yes.
look.
You look great. Did you put
Thanks, Han.
Did you put lipstick? No.
No, not at this time of the day. I can assure you.
The first time I've seen the windows behind you dark.
I know that it's really dark out there.
And your voice, you sound like a stalker.
Well,
That's
yeah, it was a rough night last night.
Oh,
Wow. I don't cut that, so I think I left it as it is. Thanks, Anne, for coming, even though your paper's still in Joburg. Well, I don't know. I
It's
haven't.
okay. Love you anyway.
Love you more than the Bible says.
Laura, are we inking these two pieces?
Okay, there's a rule. If it doesn't move, chalk it. Okay, so this one's going to be 10 by 15. The lined one we're using later. So you can put that away. You can put this one in the bank. So we have a bank and you just put it in the bank. And the worst part is we still lose the bank. You can have a whole table at a retreat and you still lose everything. You can have the smallest table. So if you go to the States, your workspace is this big. I'd say it's 20, your layout doesn't even fit on the whole table. And 3 of you sit next to each other.
That's why they do single pages.
Oh, it's too much. And my bum is like the size of the table. So I have to apologize to each person on either side. And I just say, you just feel that much closer to me. And I'm sure they're cringing, especially with COVID. Okay, so we're going to chalk this. You've all done this. 10 by 15. Okay, the booklet's coming. The booklet's coming. So I said the booklet's so easy, but sometimes when teachers, scrapbook teachers say, oh, it's so easy, it's a lie, I think.
Must have said mine's hard.
It'll be easy.
Yeah, I don't know, I saw yours. And then we just, I would have maybe given you measurements, I can't remember, but just stick the piece down. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. We'll put the chipboard on just now. I wish I had more of those. Okie dokie. Okay, you've got to, that can't have been difficult, guys. So I'm going to, hopefully I'm going to take a giant leap and just chat a little bit.
Maybe just show us on your finished layout where that pink thing fits in.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Here's our pink block over there that we're going to put a little buttercup over. Oh, I can do a close-up. Right, remembering earlier we cut on one of the cardstock sheets. So I'm just talking, don't get hysterical. And I said, don't cut this piece loose, don't cut through it. We're now going to use this block, but it must all be attached. So it's 2 jumbos and the big, yeah, oh, thank you. I've got one, but I folded it. So it's this. So you're going to cut this off. Cut this off. Okay. The one thing about once we start folding this, because I've done it twice, it's never going to be perfect. I think it's actually humanly impossible to be perfect because of the score lines, or maybe because I didn't use a score pal. So all you're going to do is you're going to cut the white groove out here. So let me just use yours again here. You see there's a white line here. You're just going to cut that white piece out. Okay. Did I get that?
Yep.
Have you cut yours? Where are my big pair of scissors? A scissor. I'm seeing like a little flap, like a little puffy piece here on the side. Like it frayed. Okay. You can score. So then, as I showed you, I like to score with just my trimmer. Just move the blade. You're going to score on the line that joins the two pieces together. I'm chof doing this, guys. Score on that line. 1, 2. Don't do too many. You don't want it to break. So you're scoring this line. Both sides, that line. And you're folding it. Everybody on track there?
Yeah, no questions.
Okay. Then your top piece, we're going to score here. So all I did is pop this in here, make it even, and score. So it literally becomes a booklet.
Do that again lower, please, Laura.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't know, I should take my glasses off. Okay, so we're going to score. We're going to put it down, score there. So when you, so it's like that. So it's scored. And then when you close it, it's like that. In fact, I'm showing you girls. Do it again. That's where our slit is. Above the slit is where your score line is. So if you fold it, it folds everywhere. But that is your slit line. And then you just fold like that. Okay, you're all getting it. You'll find that you might need to trim some of the sides, and because it honestly, I don't think it's humanly possible to be exact.
Sorry, Laura, can you just fold it once more, please?
Sure. Okay, so this is the piece we cut the slit out of. Okay, then you're going to score the top and you fold it. So you just fold those down and then you can fold it like that.
One more time.
Look, I still get confused. Like that.
So it's cut first.
Cut first. Score above the cuts.
No, first that's sideways score.
Let me just show. Yeah, so you're going to score there first. Then you're going to score there second. And then you just fold like that. Oopsie. And then like that. But it doesn't really matter if you don't get it that way. You can make your booklet as you want. And then you just chalk. If there's pieces sticking out, just trim it slightly. Because you just don't want sides sticking out.
Or if somebody has accidentally cut all the squares,
I would just use a and
can she join them and then score them?
I wouldn't. I'm just trying to think what paper.
Why don't you just use a piece of cardstock and then just trim these and stick it on the correct order?
Yeah, but I'm saying use a plain piece of cardstock is what I would use.
Washi tape to join it. That'll be a score fold. Washi tape. Just where the score line is, you have the washi tape.
Yeah. You could,
Okay, so Heather, I don't know if you got that. You can use a piece of cardstock and stick the pieces on and do what Laura's done, or you can use washi tape to put it back together again. Yeah, this is perfect.
Or you can wait and I'll post you this one. So when I showed you my example, the one photo, she's upside down, but you know, the one is going to flap up, and they kind of joined two photos, you know, that it was a set. So don't panic when you do that. That, oh, the baby's on her head. It eventually opens correctly. Guys, look at that. Michelle, good luck.
If you're going to be up,
Should I sit down maybe and then I'll be lower? I don't know what I've What's it?
when you hold up the ends of the.
Okay, the lines. Let me just see. Come a little bit closer.
There we go.
I'm getting old, guys. Jeez, I'm getting old. It came quickly, very quickly.
Still about 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Where's my layer? Okay, so I did chalk. I did use ink around the outside for that one, but really do that when you're watching Dynasty or whatever you're watching tonight. Okay, and you all got an embellishment pack. I'm just talking you through it. Don't panic if you're not ready. We're just going to take the ribbon off. I love your dome stickers. They make my life very happy.
Linda asked if you please just do one more flap of that booklet.
Sure. I think that because I'm doing a flap, you could take this glue off.
Sure.
Because I'm getting Tourette's. Okay, Glenda, this is just for you. And I'm closer to the table now. Hole is here, or groove. Score there, score there. We're going to fold it like that. And then that one's going to go like that. Merci. I can do it over and over. Please don't panic. My father wasn't a mechanic. Do you remember when you were at school? Was your dad a glass maker? No, why? Why are you sitting in front of the TV? Can I go?
Linda's happy, yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to add ribbon. But now I hate to waste ribbon. Like I seriously, I get my blood pressure boils. Like people will cut it here and then tie a small bow like that. Okay, I cut it. They all cut it here and make a bow. Never waste ribbon because ribbon is very expensive. I bought dotted ribbon the other day for a kit and it cost me 68 Rand for a roll of dotted thin ribbon, thinner than this. So we can't waste ribbon. Okay, so ultimately you want to have your ribbon above your words because we want to read. One day you will look back and see that all along you were blooming. Because, geez, guys, we've got to live life like it's the only life we've got to live.
Sound like you're about to turn 50.
So then I plan, okay, I like it there and I lift it up. You could have a little longer stingel kiss if you want. So we prep here so we don't waste ribbon. Because some ribbons can be like 15 or 18 Rand a meter. No, we're not wasting ribbon. I refuse. Okay, so I quite like that length and I'm happy. And then I trim it. And then what you do is you stick the back of the ribbon down. Oh, wait, I must. This one does fray a bit, but I'm a bit scared of lighters. Because I have the kind of luck where the whole page would go and it will be gone. It will burn. And then all I do, let me just double check. Mustn't be too stiff, eh? I just stick the ribbon down.
Let's use clear nail polish
What to stick?
on the ends.
The end
Oh.
of the
On
ribbon.
the ends of the ribbon, it stops it from fraying.
Okay. Michelle's just given a great tip. She says if you use clear nail polish, it stops the ribbon from fraying.
Also, the neat 3D glass.
Hey?
The neat 3D glass does the same.
That stuff is the bomb.com. I do too. Okay, that was very easy. I actually prayed last night. I'm like, baby Jesus, please, please, please. Can this book be easy? Please, please, please. I did, I prayed. Oh, I need a word. Okay, so while you're busy, I'm going to look. Oh, look what I do actually. So I put all my words and everything into a tray. So every time I do a different theme or whatever, it's in the tray and then you look for it and then you don't get all hysterical. But I left my tray at home. But somebody in this house that lives in this house had a tray. So she obviously knows, you know.
No, it's a heat gun tray.
I don't know, you get a heat gun tray.
No, it's for baking, but I use it for my heat gun.
But do you know, and Michelle knows
Laura,
her too,
she lives in a house with a husband and 2 kids. So when she says heat gun tray, means
It's don't
we
touch
can't
it.
use it for anything else except.
we actually have a client whose house burnt down from a heat gun.
Wow.
Yes, that's where the fire department found it originated.
Oops. Especially with load shedding, we forget to switch it off.
And another big one is your flat iron. This works, eh?
Mm.
The pass again. Stressing me out, almal. Julle almal. Can I stick down? I mean, you're all like, okay. Okay, so seriously, if you're going to stick it onto your insert, you're going to use red tape. But for now, I'm just going to use my glue because it works. Okay, so now it's about time that you need to get your title out. Remember, I told you to put it in the bank. You're going to whip out your title, which is incredibly happy. I was about to say, where did I lose my title? A tip is sometimes with these Versa Magics, they can be a bit wet. I just put a tissue over it and I just tap it, because otherwise you eventually have ink everywhere, but I think these are quite dry. And you're just going to chalk. I tend to just put little thin, this glue is really great because it's got a thin nozzle. It does dry clear, so if you do make a oopsie days and you need to move it, you don't really see. We need to stick it down well because chipboard can sometimes, you know, when you go in and out of an album. Incredibly happy. I just need to have a close up. Yeah, I actually did chalk gently. And I just take my, but don't use a wet one, eh? Because that could be disastrous. That's why I keep an old frot in. And then you just gently chalk it like that. And then when you got, yeah, when you've got time, I'm going to show them mine. You'll see that I have chalked slightly. I'll take a photo. Just gentle like I did now. And when you've got time, then you go around with your grey pen. It's like therapeutic. Sometimes in one of my layouts, I call it proper stitching. And proper stitching, we actually all learned it together. Michelle will remember from Alison from Quality Kits from Zimbabwe. You draw a dot and a line, dot and a line, dot and a line. And it actually looks like you've sewn the paper with the sewing machine and all you've done is use a pen. But when my girls have to do that in retreat, they moan. But it's therapeutic.
Laura, Debbie says she loves your booklets, idea.
Who's Debbie?
Debbie Lindeque.
Oh, but just because she loves me.
You're not in the camera.
Oh, okay, I'm really blind. I didn't realize how bad. Okay, so we're going to use, this is the life. It comes from the journal pattern. I love the words. For me, and you know, I often use it as a border. I use it on photo. I love the words. And I love the size of the words. Never make them too small. Sometimes when we do the mini pack, the small ones are great to add, but never, there's never enough big words for me. Oh, I still feel like singing. Sorry, guys. It's like I love breaking out into song.
Please do it.
Which one would you like?
No, I've had it already. It's like when Corona came. Oh, Corona. That didn't find me funny. Because I had my retreat the week before the country lockdown, and I still said to everybody, you know, when next weekend we wouldn't have been able to have retreat. Oh, you're so negative. Like, guys, go and stock up on food. Next weekend the country's closing. Oh, you know, you're so negative. Oh, is it? How negative was I when there was no mini meal for you to buy? Okay, so now I would have cheated, and if I didn't use photos, that's why I think I use so much plain paper, because I'm a cheater. I would have put a photo, I would have matted with cardstock there. And it didn't need cardstock. All it needed was a photo, in actual fact. So by cheating and using cardstock, Juliet, we don't, because we don't add photos. True story. It's the dead honest truth. Is that it? Oh, yes. Thank you, Michelle. You know, Michelle, I sanded all my photos. Okay, and the trick I'm going to give you about sanding your photos, guys, take a dishcloth, put it on your lap.
Sorry.
What is that? The photos. I put a dishcloth on my lap, and then I sand the photos and the edge of your self-healing mat, and I sand the edges, and when I'm finished, I flick the dishcloth in the dustbin, and it doesn't look like you've got a dandruff. Okay, because there's nothing worse. I'll take a close-up. Sanding photos is great fun, or you can use paint on the edges. But now I don't dirty my hands, so it's never going to happen. Okay, I think that's our left page done.
Laura, we just had a quick request. If you could just run through a quick request. Janine Hart lost internet connection while you were doing that little booklet. So if you could just quickly run through that booklet one last time.
Okay. Should I cut it again? Yeah, I stuck it down. But it's not this one. Hey, oh, it's here. Okay, I'll quickly do it again. In actual fact, by doing it again, the video, it will be there. Okay. Now watch me cut skew. Can we cut the barcode off? Where does the barcode go, guys?
Pringleton.
In the Pringle tin. And if you don't eat Pringles, let somebody else eat it and then take your jar. In actual fact, what does work, guys, is the tissue box also. It's a bit shorter from Click. Okay, so we take our pair of scissors. Snip, snip. These were the best scissors I ever bought. And you can't get them anymore. And my children steal them all the time. That's why I often have children for sale. And then I bought them their own. They came in red and blue, and they're not lacquer like this pink pair. Because you've got to cut straighter, guys. You can't cut skew. Okay, like I just did. And then just trim it neatly.
Could you use your trimmer to do this?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
No. Because if you cut wrong, you could use a craft knife. Did you use your craft knife? I don't like a craft knife. Okay, so there's your gap. You can see the grey between it. So take a photo again.
No, she just needs a quick run.
Okay, and then blade away, because we only do it once with the blade to realize, oh, okay, we do. What happens? Okay, I use my bone folder. I must be honest, I think this is one of the best we've bought in years. Who makes it? Couture. And then, I guess I folded mine at home, so it's actually good that I'm doing this now. Always fold well because you are going to open and close the book a few times. In actual fact, don't be shy. Then I pop this there. Okay, but that blade is very close. Do not cut with the blade. No, where was that? I get gung ho. Imagine, you know what Lara did? She was teaching us, right? And then she just cut the booklet in half with the blade. It was hysterical. It just plucks. Okay, now I'm actually going to show you where, so you all know that your booklet will never be perfect. So, remember we did this. I want to fold it again. And then we did that. From there a bit. Okay, so this one, you can see some of the pink, but I don't think it's bad, but it's there, that's the problem. You see, I would just trim that slightly. And you all see that. So don't let it be a train smash. You just open it. I'm actually going to do it. Because we're measuring by hand, so they'll never be exact. So I was, oh, my blade. Okay, Lara, you took it out yourself. Oh, I lost my blade. But how many times do you get to your function and you're like, oh, yeah, man, I left my blade at home, and then you get home and there the blade's sitting all by itself, like on the table. And then you just get aggro. Okay, so there we go. Neat and tidy. You asked?
Janine.
Janine, I hope that's good. Have we done everything on here? Oh, I also drew a line here on the, just on this side. I don't know why. But if you want to draw a line, draw a line. Okay. So lines you can do later. You don't have to do it now. There's so many pieces.
Natasha's just shared a picture of an awesome biscuit tin that you get at Woolies over Christmas that fits your barcode strips.
This is Natasha Levendaris.
Yes.
I feel she needs to buy me that biscuit tin for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Natasha, you owe Lara a biscuit tin.
Laura.
Oh, let me show everyone.
Oh, wow.
Look, and every year they've got a different color.
That's gorgeous.
But shame, somebody's ruler didn't fit in here.
Yeah. I bought the tin and my ruler didn't fit in.
Like, I think it's so rude of Woolworths. Hashtag Woolworths, tin too short. Needs to be 30, like 9. Okay, are we ready to rock and roll? How's my time? I've
You've
got.
still got an hour and a half.
Okay, so we did a left in an hour and a half. More. Am I moving it?
Yeah.
Is it my big boobs maybe that's moving it?
Pulling it really
How am I moving it? I don't know. Bloody hell, Margaret. I don't know. Is there a Margaret in the class? Shame, because then she thinks I'm talking to her, but I say that to everybody. Okay,
I think everybody's ready.
you ready to rock and roll, guys? Guys. Okay, so do you remember you only used a portion of this page? Now we're going to use the left-hand side, but I want this is the life to show. I like that. Okay. So this piece is now going to be cut via a Smay Oranje Dinges. It's 16 by 30. I say 30,5 because that's just what we've always said, but it's actually 30,4 is 12 inch. So I'm being like well behaved. Yeah, a lot. Okay, 16 by 30,4. Righty. And now this is where you might just want to hurt me a little bit, because I like to score at 1,3 or 1, okay, so you're going to score the top. These little funny
Chevrons.
Oh, you see, chevron, but that's from the creator himself.
That's not a chevron. A chevron's a one.
But I think they were.
Close enough.
It's a
zigzag
zigzag type thing.
Yeah.
Okay, but shame now, this trimmer, that side, the 1,3, shame. I'm going to ask on Scrap and Sell any day now. I'm going to say, who's got these trimmers to sell? And I'm going to buy them all. I don't mind the tonic, actually.
So what's the measurement?
1,3, we're going to score the top. I'm going to show you all now. I love a flap. It just gives you so many more photos. And you're actually going to put this on top of your insert on your album, so it's going to be interactive. Now, Michelle's known me a long time. I love using big photos. People aren't always happy to have their face like looming off a scrapbook page, but that for me is wonderful, other than the Hunter's Gold box, but I got over that. I like tried, Eventually I was like, no, I'm going to cut Baba off. There's a Hunter's Gold. But isn't it great? Like travel. You have a big photo of the Pisa if you can. And we all, you know what, we all just take jumbo, it gets boring. Okay, so we're going to chalk that, but now we need, I forgot something. I have a word here, hello sunshine, that you're going to put on your photo. Okay, but you can only do that once you have a photo, and that comes with the journal block. So we don't need to worry. But here now, these are my all-time favorite, guys. I love tabs. I call them tabs. Is it a tab?
Yeah.
Because then you know, oh, this is a tab. It must be. It has to be a booklet. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, Suzanne.
Okay, so that's why I use tabs. However, somebody that designs never lets me put the tab this way because it will be upside down. You turn me inside out. So you can't put it under, because then it's like, I don't know what I must do with this page.
Note
Yeah.
yourself.
Note to self,
Note to dinner.
sunshine. Okay.
Show us again how it works.
Which was upside down.
Upside down,
Okay, so then I'm like, I don't know what I must do. Oh, it's hello sunshine. Okay, so I love tabs. I love tabs and I love words. So what you're going to do is you're going to chalk it, and then you're going to stick it to the bottom like that, and then that's going to be your flap lofty. And this was great because the back was plain. Sometimes we have Voos ones, then I'll just find a piece of leftover and I'll cover it. Oh, where we chalk, sit and mess.
Work under the camera.
Oh, wonder if I should take the glasses off. You know, like when you get older and then you got to do this. Maybe it will work. Hey, doll. Okay, so I'm actually going to, most of the front page is actually photos. So I'm obviously not going to read photos. But we'll quickly do a cluster. I know a lot of people go, oh, flowers again, but geez, flowers work. Flowers work in a cluster. I don't mean you need to.
Scoring was 1,3 from the top.
From the top?
Julia, 1,3 from the top.
Just want to check that I have got that in my notes. I want to get them. Yeah, no, I didn't say from the top. Well done, Julia. Terrible note writer. I can actually move these as I've used them, huh? But it did work. I'm excited that I got it as a gift. Huh. Well done. It does cut some of the barcodes words, but I wasn't too worried because I knew that barcode you could read. So I didn't get too historical. And then we go and we look through our little box of tricks and we look for a remember word. You remember, you don't have to use the words I've used. Actually, while I've got the audience, I used to put journaling on everything. And one day I watched a woman like copying word for word what I'd written. I said, but why are you doing that? So she said, oh, mustn't I? I said, no, I'm talking about my children and my relationship with them. And I realized that some people actually don't know how to journal and all that. So I've actually stopped journaling and I do it later because it's personal to my children, perhaps. Don't sit there counting your teeth, look for remember.
Yes, ma'am.
Aye, aye, Captain, on the photo.
On the phone.
So I've been very strict with the delegates. We're going to look for remember,
I'm not doing them.
a small heart, and some flowers. But I'm actually going to take them all out now, so don't panic. So if you thought you fussy cut all by yourself, we all had to, I never thought I had to do my page again. So Juliet and I cut and cut and cut, and in my dream I cut and I cut a lot last night. A lot. Don't stop. You know what?
Laura, we're halfway through. Should we let the ladies just go for a loo break?
No, I don't think they should go to the toilet until next week.
Okay, so we're gonna.
No, I think let them do that.
Let's just have a loo break. If you want to top up your coffee, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Laura's not going anywhere unless she needs the loo.
Don't worry, I'll just
But no instructions will be given in the next 5 minutes.
I'm going to sing. We should actually pause.
What song do you want, Laura?
Well, I keep thinking, if it makes you happy, and I'm with you, so sad. I promise you that's why they come back. It's the singing. You actually wonder how I actually have a clientele at nothing. Are you ready, guys? And then you go. You want to say to them, why the hell are you so sad? No, don't let them be Betsy. I'm strict. Be that bad. Yeah, I think I'll come to. I'll have a break. My cups here somewhere. I also want water, please. In actual fact, by looking for it, it slows me down. Because you want to go like gung ho, like.
Yeah, you have to stay there facing.
Yeah.
Ready together. Can I do that?
It's learning for all of us. Shame, but now they've heard me sing.
They're still
Poor people, and they still, yeah. Well, let's double check nobody left.
Yeah, it's not. And no instructions for them.
Okay, and then do you also, how does this happen to any of you where you go, I just don't have it? And you search and you search and you search and you, I just don't have it. I love it.
Sandy, come into my next retreat. You can do my music.
Yeah, DJ Sandy in the house.
Music's vital. It changes the atmosphere in a room completely.
It makes you happy.
Makes me happy. Well, I mean,
you
you
what you're
see.
listening to. Okay, you're getting angry too.
Nothing going. I'm hungry, eh? Thank you. We can have biltong. I did buy the whole shop. But I'm telling you, about tomorrow they won't have.
No, they sold out that Saturday.
Oh, I've never had Bolton.
Especially if there's rugby.
I won't get something with spa ones the best.
Oh, but I bought enough. You really don't. Oh, you want
Until
full
you
rod.
take home full
But
rod.
take from there, but we'll just get a Ziploc bag. Other than that, we can try this afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
this,
rugby. No, it's cricket season. So we
this
should-
is Lankip. I'm actually just dividing everything.
Yes.
And I do feel claustrophobic, I must be honest.
Oh, shucks. Limited space.
But there's not.
No matter how much space you get, you
There's
need more.
not. I just don't understand. Let me just put my stuff.
You're bringing something. Just copy with it.
I'm going to come because I think I must have a. I just wanted this ready.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. It ain't about how fast I get there. It ain't about what's waiting on the other side. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle.
See that from the
Okay, can the teacher go to the toilet?
there's a rule. No answer is a yes.
Okay, can the teacher go to the toilet?
There's a rule. No answer is a yes.
Facebook. Are you not used to it? Go to the next week, and is it on that phone? My little bridesmaid, my niece, for my birthday today. Birthday light to the battle. Cute. My little bridesmaid, my niece, for my birthday light to the battle.
Sure. Someone sing a cute band.
Sure. Let's see what she can do, but we want a new Facebook, trying to do that.
Are we live still, guys?
Yeah.
I'm back.
You want to just.
I just needed to put 100 room, and somebody gave me 100 room. Okay, we got any problems anyway? Has anybody, because I haven't looked at my phone.
No, we just got some tips, tricks, lunches that have been made.
Oh, no, you're
Awesome.
kidding. I think if Vilma was a good friend, she would have brought us
How's
lunch.
this from?
That is so cute. Who did it?
That's the Richards Bay ladies from Scrapworks.
That's so nice.
And this is their lunch.
Yes, look.
So I'm going to Richards Bay for the next one.
Yeah, flip it, man.
Vanessa, Marie, Corey, and Ashley.
So lekker. Well, I could look on my phone. I'm being a bit lazy. Actually, I'm a terrible mother. I don't even check if my children are allowed.
But guess what? You're getting a Woolworths biscuit tin from
Natasha, of
Natasha,
course.
yeah.
Natasha loves me more than the Bible says she is. Bless. She's the most like amazing lady, Natasha. She's Italian. So we had Lorna had paper. I'm not allowed to.
No, you can.
Sorry. And it had lemons and stuff on, and I was like, oh, okay, I love it, but what am I going to put on it? She went and she made limoncello. The is that alcohol? She made it, and you see them in the kitchen. This family, like they blow your hair back. The food they make, but she tells the most awesome stories of Italy that who's no, I wanted to hear. I was quite interested. I'm very, very, very inquisitive.
Colleen Rue, give us a thumbs up if you're happy so far. Awesome.
Wilma Berger says, you are old. You're not getting old. Just vreeslik. Yeah, man.
Teresa, you happy?
Helene says, Laura, your hair looks beautiful.
I got a very good
Give us a thumbs
hairdresser.
up. Yeah, there we go. Teresa's still happy.
Thank you, Gaileen. I got a good hairdresser.
Debbie and Jeannie, with your awesome light there. There we go. They're still happy. Great.
But I don't want an empty Woolies tin. I wanted one with biscuits.
Following. Awesome.
I want a full tin of biscuits, Natasha.
It's not demanding.
You can't have both.
No, come on, man. In actual fact, Jenny, who's friends with them, last year she bought the
Lara.
stock biscuits. Yeah.
Lara, do you honestly think I'd have the guts to give you an empty?
Are you going to bake me your own biscuits and then put it in your tin? I don't mind that either. But you remember last year Jenny bought tins for the for herself, the long ones, and then she realized that she hadn't given gifts to the take-a-lot people. If you ever, and she gave them her tins of biscuits she bought at Woolworths, and then she went to Woolworths and they were sold out.
Oh, shame.
So she's like, you know, the take-a-lot guy, he can pack all his scrapbooking stuff in my tins.
Are you supposed to tip the
That's what I said. I said, I ain't given the take-a-lot guy nothing. I think my maid knows the take-a-lot guy better than me, because I don't. Is she even listening? There she's at the top left. I think everybody might be ready to rock and roll.
Has Jenny here's not gone to bed already? Or she's still
Well,
there? Don't see her.
It's nearly 7.
Almost 7 o'clock.
But it must be like FOMO, hey? Because you wish that you could be scrapping, like Anne. Like she would have had everything cut, she would be ready.
Yeah, and shame that we had a whole lot of Australians don't understand the term shame. But, unfortunately, they were all hoping to join in on 2 classes today, and the stuff has just been sitting at port in Brisbane, so it wasn't released in time.
It's your customs.
Shipping is just in chaos at the moment.
I was actually looking now to see where Anne's stuff is, but last night it was still in Joburg. Because the planes are full. They're full. Because there aren't as many flights, let's be real. So really this works for heat gun. I never thought of it. Yeah, but what are you doing here? Like when you, I love embossing. I must be honest. If I could emboss my children, I would. Oh, I love it.
I love everything else.
No, we need it.
Well, here's the next t-shirt. If I can emboss my children, I would.
And then sell them.
Right, give them away. Last night I was giving buy one, I should say buy one, get 2.
Natasha says they're ready to roll.
Cool.
Yeah,
Everybody's ready to roll.
yes, Living Doris.
Yeah.
Very bossy, Natasha. I love it. I dropped a flower. Wait, I just saw.
Oh, who's dropping stuff today?
Laura.
Use your toes.
Oh, no, we'll get Michelle to do that. That poor guy, woman sitting next to us, she pretended she wasn't listening and she was reading, but she was on the same page for like 45 minutes. or like
The whole
whatever. Like, I know you're not reading. I know that you are pretending to read.
So Savvy Ram from KZN, she had a biscuit tin, a Woolies biscuit tin, a red one, and didn't know that you could do this. So now she's got a picture of a biscuit tin.
I saw that and I thought Natasha was offering me her second-hand one. That's why I got upset. But now you'll see everyone that's on will go buy me a tin. My friends will go buy me a tin of biscuits. Like, guys, I just needed one, eh? Then I'll give it to the take-a-lot guy.
Okay, I think we've got to move on because we've
Can
got
we?
some very eager beavers here.
Yes,
Michelle
let's go.
Nettling says, let's go with
Oh, but
like
Michelle's
6 red
very bossy.
exclamation marks.
Very bossy, Michelle.
So stop talking nonsense and let's
Is that what she
carry
said?
on.
Is that what she said?
Watch it,
Well-
just watch it.
That's how I interpret 6 red exclamation marks.
She can be bossy, Michelle. I'm scared of her. Okay, so we've all done our little flappy booky thing. You've all done this, right? Okay, and now we're going to actually stick it onto our brown pattern. And just even top and bottom sticking out. Yeah, it's no-brainer.
Just pull it out and back in because our camera was on the wrong camera.
Okay, what? Like
The
lift
green?
it up.
No, just pull the green out.
Okay,
pull it back again.
and all you're going to do is use this flap and stick it down. So now if you were doing an interactive album, you could put this flap with red tape onto your album inserts. Okay, I think once ladies do it once, then they realize, oh, it's actually quite easy. So I have a whole, all my clients do it. They actually bring the album, they finish it there. And it's a great way to actually finish your layouts, because if you're adding photos, but we cheat as teachers, guys. No, the problem is we just do too much. You know, and like for a year, I actually forgot to take photos in lockdown. I don't know if you guys did, I forgot. And I have huge regrets for it now. Okay, so there will be a photo here, obviously. I didn't think to print more photos. Silly Lara. Okay, so that's why I said to you, I wasn't sure about my title. I found it was a bit pink, but the other colors didn't work either. So all I did now, I'm going to throw this off here. I'm going to turn this around. I just take my black chalk and then I gently do the edges and it just changes the whole chalk, chipboard. But you can't do it with the wet one because then you just make mess. My mess, like mushy, yucky. In Lebanese, we say chara. We can't have a mess. Must be neat and tidy, and it just alters your chipboard slightly. So now that we're not going to have a
let's just pick it up so we can see closely.
Okay, sorry. I'll actually take a photo. So you see, just the edges slightly. Wait, I need to do the middle S there. Remembering that it just takes that pink to, how many of you find your kids, because I do, and then I get them out of bed and they come there and I go, please help mommy, please. And they're like, what? I lost my pair of scissors, man. And I'm, you know, I don't know, I think somebody, I don't know if it's a spook, I don't know, but I've tidied the desk, I've packed everything away. And all my life, there was no pair of scissors. And then they come in and the kids go, but mommy, they walk in, I go, oh, I can't find my scissors. They go, there it is. I'm like, don't be funny. Did you just put it there? They're like, Mom, I'm standing far away from you. I think there's a scrapbook scallop.
It's the ninja that hides under your bed.
No, I'm telling you, because I've tidied my desk, I've packed everything away, and there was no pair of scissors. So I don't know. I don't know if anyone else has that problem.
Laura, so Megan Knott has a valid question. If you only have a new pad, how do you get that black?
Then you would need your finger dauber or one of these.
Cool. There we go, Megan.
You could even use, if you don't have, you see, I don't use distress inks and that. You could even use a makeup sponge gently. Okay. So we're going to, because I don't have photos, if you just measure 8 centimeters upwards, let's use a pencil. 8 centimeters, I'm just going to put a light line there. Light line, girls. And then we're going to stick our title down. Actually, no, don't stick your title down. First put your blommetjies. Oh, we're going to cluster. But now remembering we don't have a photo, so you're going to tuck your photo in. So, but you know where your 8 centimeter line is, so you can just work around there. I love flowers. I know they moan, but people go, oh, flowers, boy moms. Oh, flowers.
I love flowers.
But a boy mom is a girl. So what's the problem? Seriously, what's the problem? Really, man, really. What are these? What can we call them?
Berries.
Berries. Never thought of berries. I love the berries. But I don't know what to call them. I think I called them black leaves or something.
Blackberries.
Well, yeah, I should have picked it up then. Whatever. Okay, has anyone got foamies like close?
Fine.
Or foam or, thank you. Yeah, actually, I saw lots of big fat rolls.
I love it. I've been raising some of those.
Okay, remembering I'm going to put a word. I'm going to put the remember word on my photo. So you can take it out if you want so long. Does it make it all sticky?
No.
So I want to cut it again. Okay, have you stuck down? Oh, you can't really see, hey?
No.
Okay, I'm going to quickly take a photo. Just so you get an idea. I'm going to stick it down. Yeah, it's as if the camera needs to zoom in, but you don't really want to do that. So it's kind of going to go like this, guys. Okay, like that. And the remember will be around there. I'm going to stick down, is that okay?
Yeah.
And then we'll get a general idea. And I love leaves. I do prefer the fatter leaves though, like this one, because I'm so clumsy that by the time I stick the other one down, I've massacred it. And the leaf is like, help me, Rhonda. Help me. No. Sorry, chick. Yeah, I've got 2 pieces, so that's cool. So I need 123. I have got foamies here, but I don't want to leave the area, the vicinity. Sorry.
Anne's off to bed.
Well, we'll see her later, though.
Yeah, she says see you later.
See you later, alligator. See you in the wild, crocodile.
She heard Jenny was in bed and she thought, no ways. Jenny can go to bed, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, well, she's the day before Jenny still.
Yeah. It's quite weird. Her day hasn't started and Jenny's finished.
Yeah.
Remembering that most of the glues are they dry clear, so glue is very forgiving. Oh, I got the wrong heart. Oh, scandalous. Very forgiving, so if you make a mistake, quickly move it. That's why I prefer tape, glue to tape, because you can quickly fix your mistake. Okay. And then I've raised the little heart here because we're always going to count our blessings. Sometimes we must count them twice. Because look how blessed you all are to know me. Oh, 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 oh.
Should add the happy Christmas on the end.
Yeah, like, there's like a center.
Yeah.
Ho, ho,
Okay, so the remember's going to go there. You can keep it safe. And I think we'll go into the book next, or should I do the on the right of the book, Michelle? Or how did my notes go? No, I do inside there. So you see, I use the packets as my, I could get a craft sheet out. I could, but
There you go, clean it.
I don't know if I'm lazy. Maybe a little bit.
You're clever.
And I was telling the ladies that I have a paper recycle, I have plastic recycle, I have a dustbin. So when I get up, you didn't know I was there.
I was just believe that.
Honestly. Not even yesterday. I mean, no, I can't handle the mess.
I got up at 5 to vacuum this office from
Ah,
last
not
night's
me, mine-
fussy cuts,
Every
and,
piece I dropped, I picked up. I'm honest. Okay.
Throw your friends under the bus. It's fine.
Wasn't me.
It was in the
That's
scrapper.
So guys, I did a little bit of hand journaling